from MGM in 1968, 2001, The Space Odyssey.
1968.
Ever since its release, film scholars and film fans have argued about 2001. Is it too artistic? Does it even make sense? If it does make sense, what does it mean? On the surface, it's about the search for intelligent life in space in the far-off year of 2001, which at the time was 33 years away.
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick co-wrote the screenplay with Arthur C. Clarke based on Clarke's short story. They envisioned a universe in 2001 with a permanent base on the moon, stopover flights to space stations, and space travel to Jupiter. In reality, 2001 was the year Apple released the first iPod. And let's not kid ourselves, the iPod was pretty cool. 1,000 songs right in the palm of your hand. But it wasn't the 130 out of LAX to Jupiter. What Kubrick and Clarke got right is much more important. They understood the inherent risks of our reliance on modern technology, put on tilt by our insatiable desire for more of it. Those themes are embodied in a computer. Really, it's more of a character, HAL 9000. To be fair, 2001 was not the first movie to explore the idea of artificial intelligence. The idea goes back at least as far as Fritz Lang's Metropolis, 1927. But it had never been explored the way Kubrick and Clarke do in 2001. The special effects you're about to see were groundbreaking. Kubrick won the Academy Award for Best Special Visual Effects.
Oh, hey, John. I'm so sorry. How are you? Oh, I'm still in my coveralls or they're talking about 2001. My son and I actually watched this today, and I was like, "Oh, this is nice," you know. And he comes up and goes, "Hey, this is nice, Mom. What's this called?" And I'm going to be honest, the first half hour is watching chimpanzees. I mean, there was people in costumes, but you know what I mean. People in chimp costumes, you know, and you're going, oh yeah, I'm doing great. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's several things. Oh, excuse me. My dad used to sit there and he loved this movie. Oh my gosh. When HBO got to like run this in the 80s, that's all was ran was my dad would play it all the time. I love it. I love it. I'm like, yeah, Dad, okay. So, you know, I grew up with it, and he would always talk about there's, you know, he's talking about this, and he's, you know, my dad really believed that Stanley was his own personal God, you know, and it was like, okay, you know. But he was, yeah, he loved this was my dad's favorite. And he always talked about, you would see the moon, you would see the sun, you know, there would be like the facade and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's just something different, you know. I'm trying to share everything. Oh, my last one. I had a person today, and it's been a long time since I've had a person, you know, text me and say, hey, let's go talk on another app. And I'm like, dude, I got a boyfriend, or dude, it's like people are so weird. When you tell them that you want them, to leave you alone or whatever, and they're still like, oh, talking away, and you're going, So this was made in 1968. I believe this is what Stanley Kubrick, after being, he was always going to the show and never winning the prize. He won something from, this, which was 2001. And then the next movie is called 2010. So, and I tried to find that. And my son said, oh, this movie's stupid. He goes, oh, this movie's just doesn't make sense. It's too short. No, Devin, you didn't see the end. And he walks out, and I'm like, oh, hell. Okay. And the famous dun 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 dun. Yes, and we did head to the 2001, their soundtrack in my, when I grew up as a kid was a record. And yes, this was played quite a bit. And yes, neighbors would go, time to quit playing that. Ta-da! I used to wake up to that. My dad would wake me up. All right, time to get up. Da, 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 da. God, getting up with my dad was cool when we lived in California. Woo. Dun, 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 dun. That was cool. My dad told me that education was so important and getting up, so he made it fun. My mom, on the other hand, was not the creative type, so my dad was more fun to get up. He was more fun to deal with. He was a better mom than my mom. More or less, he was a better mom person. He thought out of the box to get kids going, and I was closer to my dad. He was there for me when I needed him. My mom just wasn't, wow, wow, I need to, oh, it's the way the thing goes. I was like, damn, yeah. So this is in the background, you'll see the chimps back there. So yeah. So yep. I cooked today. I made beef pot pie, homemade. A different version is where you use the Pillsbury biscuits, and you kind of put them on top, and you have your meat and all your stuff that you made beforehand. It took about an hour, and I get my stuff from it's comes in, and you make it at home. So yeah. So I have something for lunch today. Woo. Well, I mean, they have it at food at work, but I like bringing my food too. Yeah. I've been cooking a lot. I'm getting away from, you see, all those fast food places will get me. So I'm staying away from fast food, and what I'm doing is just cooking my fresh, what is it? It comes in the mail. Oh, it's so delicious. What happened was I had to rebuy the meat because my son was cleaning out the fridge and just threw everything out. And I came home and I go, I wonder where and my son's like, ah, shit, I forgot. So he had to rebuy this stuff for me. I was okay. I rebought what I wanted and I got it. I made it. It's so delicious. I got my cat here. My other cat, Mr. Well, he's gone with his owner. His owner was able to get him back, so I lost a kitty. It's okay, At least he's doing okay, Yeah, I lost a kitty for a short, I had a kitty, Bombay, for a short bit. There, I got my hair brushed. Now let me move the TV. It's always about this monolith. You know how people have certain cars that are really quirky? I have a neighbor that has a visitor that has a car. Somebody who has a car reminds me of someone that I used to work with. There's a dang top. And her car, because she had this Jeep that every time she would, just get in it, this weekend in my neighborhood, I heard and I'm like, someone got a Jeep, and I'm like, is my coworker, in my neighborhood? I thought, well, it is. Whew. Oh, poor baby. Oh no, I've done that. And it gets all lumpy. You got to throw it out. Or if you do save it, you got to read. Oh, yeah. I forgot for a week. I drove around with, and I had to throw them out. I just wanted to cry. It was onion rings and it smelled like Mexican food. We had Mexican food that prior week and I had taken some home and ate it. And I kept wondering why my car, while I was driving around, smelled like a Mexican, eatery. It was the onion rings that I bought frozen that de-thawed, along with, the French fries that I bought. And I'm like, oh crud. It smelled like a Mexican, I swear, like Mexican food, but it was onion rings, frozen. I don't know what, yeah. Oh God, no. Oh. Oh yeah, I feel you. So anyway, yeah. because I'm trying to eat healthier. I smoke the weed and then I get finally, hungry and I eat. Oh, they're finally showing the monolith. Yeah. They have the thing with the monolith, and then, with 2010 it's got contact, Yeah. So have you been, John? I've been, just working and yeah, pretty much. I was going to have company over this weekend, but things happened that, they weren't able to come over. So, yeah, well, cleaned up my room then, really cleaned it. But man, I just get so tired. I'll get it, I got to get it. Really? Okay. That's odd. It really is. And I'm thinking, wow, do I need a break? Oh my goodness. They have gummies. I have noticed online for helping to sleep. I'm thinking of buying a bunch and just, I'm sorry. Well, the only thing I can do for you is I can sit here and I can pray. Dear God, please give John the strength to do what he's supposed to do so he doesn't have to tell me his private business. And just help him, give him strength, and have him be around positive people who are there for him, and keep all the negative and crappy ass people away from John and not even notice him. Amen. There. Amen to you. So today is work, and that's why I don't mind doing the 6 o'clock. We have a special meeting in dealing with a sexual harassment video and everything that I'm going to watch. And I'm thinking, okay, I've never had anyone in the workplace ever do anything non-professional ever. So I don't know. I'm like, I don't know, but I'll how can I? Yeah. So my vacuum, I have to use my other part of my vacuum because the thing that goes like this won't work, the fan or the belt. So I got to have my son put it back on there. So yeah, yeah, it's hard. How can I say? I may not know your situation, you know, but I feel you. I mean, I remember that my safe place was home, even though it was still negative and still hard to deal with. I still had at least power in my bedroom. I could do what I wanted here. There's stipulations everywhere, but yeah. So if I get dinged, you might not hear any music at all. Oh, so I better throw some music on. Let me see where to put my darn phone. Okay. Boy, I had a weird time shopping at Smith's because they usually have fruit that's really, pretty good. See, I got this at Smith's. God, you got to see the size of these motherfuckers. These are big. Oh, mm. Let me take my vitamins. Let me see. I think super mushroom daily gummies. As funny as I don't like, really, I'm not a fan of mushrooms, but I'll, have them in they do add flavor. No. It's so good. Huh. I'll show you what it does. And we're watching 2001 behind me. And there we go. That's what I use. I use some female stuff. Holy. Okay, yeah, I do. It's such a good old movie. God dang, I'm sure my dad loved Stanley Kubrick. I used to joke that my dad, well, you and him have a relationship, he used to laugh. Love this movie. Yeah. Boy, I bet you can get some cheap flights. You know what? Kind of goes along with the fact of, you ever try to get cheap flights, do it after a shooting of any kind, because they had this guy say, oh yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I got cheap flights there. Afterwards, I take vitamin D3. Got it. And I'm like, wow. And I take garlic, and I could still smell, like even in my pits, I could still smell. I go, oh man, the garlic's working, because I can kind of smell it, but it's not smellable. But I'm like, no, I could smell it. Just enough where not ever, you don't smell like a big I don't want to smell like a big garlic factory. Yeah, I'm trying to do good for my cholesterol. Yeah, I'm eating garlic, or, taking the vitamin form. Planet of the Apes. Okay. Now we're talking about what's behind me. 2001. God dang. I think that's the reason why I love this so much, because my dad played this. He played this all the time. The soundtrack to this movie. That's why I like this, the classical, because my dad played it. That was his little shtick at home. He'd play his 2001 Odyssey, and that's how he got up in the morning with da-da, and then you'd have, my dad would make pancakes and stuff. My mom couldn't cook worth a crap. Oh, really? That's, wow. Well, let me tell you, out of worrisome for a friend of mine who is diabetic, I had friends who, they liked the spirits a bit. And unfortunately, when you're diabetic, the spirits don't like you back. And if you do long term of dealing with the spirits, you start to go blind. And then if that isn't enough, you'll even lose your feet. And I'm not joking. I feel it, because yesterday I'm sitting there, I forgot to put my deodorant on. I'm one of those people, when something new comes on the market and they have a good deal, so I'm looking at Carpe, the underarm stuff that they've been on my thing, they're always advertising. So I'm at work and I got time and I'm going, I'll buy some Carpe. It was like $11. I mean, my underarm deodorant is $17. So I figure I'm saving. I'll buy 4 of them. They have a 4-pack, and I got like coconut and cool. I guess it'd be like, it's supposed to be cool, crisp something, and it smells like man. So I wear that for work. I wear the man to work, and I wear the coconut in when I'm home. So I'm like, yeah, I try to, it works pretty good. I'm not going to complain. It actually does work. It keeps me from sweating because I usually am like pretty good sweater in my pits at least. So it's been doing a job. I like the coconut. Next time I will buy the coconut. If they keep that kind of price, and that's pretty good price. They're like, I think they were 67% savings. And I got something else free. I would have to look. It was like something you put on your face, like a sunscreen thing, and it's pretty good. So 2001 is what I consider in the end where they show, of course, I'm being a stinker. We're not going to get to the end in an hour. Will be the infant in the like womb next to the planet Earth. What do you think that is? Is that my dad used to sit there and have friends? They would talk about it when I was young, and about alien contact to cyborg, where the AI. So. And they considered back in 68, when this came out in 68, they considered this like the deal. You heard about this. This movie was talked about all through the 70s until Star Wars came out. Yeah, it's like a baby in a womb next to the, they showed it. Let me show 2001's, like what they showed for like the movie thing, because I've seen it. The reason why I know is because they showed it on the album my dad had, and I would see it and I go, wow, that's weird, because back then they weren't showing infants like that. That was something new, and it was like fresh, and you're seeing an infant that is in the womb that they never really comprehend. Wow, that's what an infant looks like in the womb. That's neat. So let me see the album cover. No.